This is Micah 4:3. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
And before we go any further, we'd like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory as always unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah, Quadash, which is the Paleo-Hebrew for the name of the Heavenly Father, the Ancient of Days, the Creator of all energy, being Yahweh, and that of His Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, being Yahushai. Those be the only names in which salvation may be obtained, whether you have been given the Spirit to receive that or not. I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles of GMS Great Millstone, who through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai rule all of the nation of Israel well today. And peace, love, blessing, salutations be unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Begin with 144,000 prophets, all the way down to the 1/3 men, women, and children who are truly able to receive the glorious, glorious light of this gospel, man. All right, and what we just read, all right, was a prophecy about the condition of the planet Earth when it is returned into the hands of the inheritors of the planet Earth, being the nation of Israel, man. All right, and the reason why we started off with that, I'm gonna go ahead and play a couple of videos, and just you could see the condition. Well, I mean, you could just look around you and see the condition of the planet Earth as it is, and you'll see the condition of those who are calling themselves the nation of Israel, and how it just does not fit the context here, man. As we just read, that's what the nation of Israel is gonna look like once they are returned into their promised land, man. Okay, so we're just gonna, Lord willing, we're gonna play these couple videos and just get into some scriptures and the context of how the the planet Earth is gonna look like underneath the true nation of Israel. And Lord willing, it'll break down the likeness of the New Testament, the reason why Yahushua is coming, the Messiah, and Lord willing, just shed light unto the elect of the nation of Israel, whithersoever they be. All right, because those who are in Israel today, you're going to see, according to these prophecies, they are not the true people of the Israelites. In fact, pursuant to Job 9:24, all right, we'll go ahead and grab that real quick, actually. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. Brother, if you want to grab Acts chapter 1, or Salakia, Luke chapter 1, and you can start at verse 57. And it reads, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You see, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. And you see the condition of the planet Earth as it's been given into their hands. You see, and those who are in Israel have been put there by those who are in power here in the planet Earth, being the wicked. You see, so everything that we know, all right, has been taught to us by the oppressor who's had his conquest over the planet Earth and oppressed it through nothing, all right, but bloodshed and oppression, man. Told you that your history began with being colonized and with slavery. And as their own saying goes, history is written by the victor, man. You see, so everything we know is what we've been taught by those wicked who the earth has been given into their hands, man. So we got to question these things, man. You stick to the scriptures. At the end of the day, the deceiver has been set up, and he's going to cause you to feel and have an opinion and be caught up in your emotions and so on and so forth, because he's been moved to deceive, man. But we at GMS Great Millstone, beginning with GMS Great Millstone, man, we believe in the prophecies of the scriptures, man. And they're going to speak and shed light upon all that is going on within the world, man. All right, this governing body that was set up, all right, this beast governmental system that's in power today, it's given that land into the hands of those who are there today, man. You see? And they've caused the whole world to be deceived within everything, man. All right, so go ahead, brother. Grab Luke. I'll go ahead and jump to it on here as well. This is Luke chapter 1
51.
and Salakia, verse 67.
67.
Yeah.
This is Luke 1 and 67.
And this is what. Go ahead. Start reading it up.
And his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, saying.
So this is his father. The father Zacharias is talking about the father of John the Baptist. Okay. The Holy Spirit was lifted up within him, and he prophesied upon the birth of John the Baptist and the birth of Yahushua the Messiah, man. Okay? And it was risen up within him because Yahushua and John the Baptist being brought forth in the flesh marked the redemption of the nation of Israel, man. All right? In which all the prophecies, as you're going to see, all the prophets were prophesying about this great victory we would have, in which upon that great victory, the nation of Israel would be returned into their land. Okay? So go ahead, brother.
Verse 68.
And you're going to see it ain't by no Balfour Declaration, which is why, those who are in Israel today are there. The wicked who beareth rule, they've given them that land after many blood was spilled within that land, man. All right, but go ahead, brother.
Blessed be the Most High Yahweh of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Let me read that one time. Blessed be the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, power of Israel, for he hath visited the redeemed and redeemed his people.
So he's visited and redeemed his people, and this is what he was prophesying about, man. Look at John the Baptist and Yahushua, our King, is come in the flesh. All was prophesied about them coming. You see, and you're going to see, Lord willing, we'll get into Isaiah 11, and it's going to talk about the same king being set up and how he would redeem his people in the condition of the earth when his people are redeemed, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother. So he knew that Yahushua being brought forth and John the Baptist has marked a time of Israel being able to get back into the good graces of the Heavenly Father, which ultimately will reach an end point of the whole planet Earth being healed underneath the nation of Israel, man. They were created, as you study these scriptures, man, you'll understand the nation of Israel was created to inherit the planet Earth. The nation of Israel broke the laws and testimony and principles that were given unto us by Moses. You see, we broke all those laws, that covenant that we had. So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Our inheritance was given into the hand of the wicked. And you see the condition it is in today, man. You see? So now, there's this great victory that we're getting ready to receive because 1/3 of us are going to get back into the good graces of our power, man. 1/3 of us are going to repent and take part in that the blood of Yahushua that was spilt upon, that was spilt for the sins of the elect. You see, and we'll reach the fullness of that new covenant, man, that's been established upon that blood of Yahushua, the blood of the Messiah, man. All right, go ahead, Ak.
Verse 69. And hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Yep, in the house of his servant David, man. Being who? Yahushua. The Messiah, he whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, even though the letter J wasn't brought about until the 16th century. You see? Go ahead, brother.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
So since the world began, all the prophets were prophesying about the same thing, man, the great redemption of the nation of Israel. And you had many prophets that were talking about the fall of the nation of Israel, as you'll see all throughout the Old Testament, but also all throughout the Old Testament since the very beginning, going all the way to Genesis, was talking about the great victory that the nation of Israel would receive through the Messiah, man. That's why Yahushua, the Messiah, is coming back. What does it say? He's King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Going back into Revelation 6:2, what does it say? He's coming to conquer, man. So he's coming to conquer and to destroy those who are in power today in order to establish a new ruling body, man. You see? The governing body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that royal priesthood, man, which consists of the true 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? So obviously Yahweh Shai hasn't come back. There's still so much left undone. And yet all of a sudden these people just popped out the woodwork and claimed to be the chosen people, man. This is why the Egyptian president said that there would never be peace within Israel, because they left looking melanated, and they came back looking like Caucasoids, man. Imposters, as we're going to see according to the prophecies. Go ahead, Ak.
Going on. It says, so I can read 71 real quick. That we should be saved from our enemies.
I think you. Oh, Khan. Yeah, that's where you were.
Saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Look at that, man. Since the world began, going back to the previous verse, the prophets were prophesying about the same thing, that we would be saved from our enemies. The very word salvation means deliverance from the molestation of thine enemies. The Greek definition of that word salvation, man. All right. So the hand has been given the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, into the hand of our enemies. And it's been prophesied that we would be redeemed from the hands of them. The hands of all that hate us, man. All right. And you're going to see when we play these videos that this has not happened yet, man. Those people who are in Israel today, there's all kind of cahoots going on. There's not peace established. They are not a governing body.
Okay. Right now, you're just seeing the dividing process right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything right now is really Most High as coming down with the sword, man.
Nope. Yeah,
dividing the wicked from the righteous, man.
Nope. He's getting ready to tear down their power structure, man. And that's what he's already started. That's why we saw the Capitol building being trodden into, man.
Nope.
Being breached. You see, we're starting to see the beginnings of the fall of this beast governmental system. You see? Go ahead, up.
It says, verse 72, out of Luke 1, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant.
You see, his holy covenant, which we had broken, but he gave us who? Yahweh Shai, in order to return us into the good graces of Yahweh, man. You see? So the Holy Spirit was uplifted in Zechariah because he knew and understood that this marked the time of the nation of Israel being redeemed, man. That's why you had Yahweh Shai coming through with the cult and all of them throwing palms before him and, showing that this is the man, the great victory that would be had. Many, many times Israelites surrounded Yahweh Shai and asking if this was the time he was going to restore the nation of Israel into power. You see, they knew and understood what the prophecies were, man. But the problem is Esau done took our weapon, our blessing, the Holy Bible. You see, took it in his hands and tried to use it to manipulate you into following after his white supremacy, man. Tells you, oh yeah, no, it starts with the book of Matthew. The very laws are done away with, and those are the laws in which that governing body is going to govern the planet Earth with. That's why it says the laws are going to be within your heart and within your mind, speaking of the elect, man. Because they're going to be able to judge with nothing to hinder their judgment, man. Judge in perfection according to the law of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, not the law of Esau, not the law of whatever your grandma thought. You see? But yes, they tell you that it begins here with the book of Matthew. And then you're over here watching the sequel to a movie in which you never even watched the first part. Just completely blindsided, dumbed down, telling you to love your enemy, love Esau. That ain't what it's about, man. You see, like I said, we believe in the prophecies, man. We believe in what the book says. We don't believe in this plantation slave doctrine of Christianity. And that's why you have a lot of jakes that come, oh man, that's a white man's book. Oh man, this was our blessing, man. Just think of it as a thing where, you have people who are given a tool to conquer the planet Earth and to obtain their dominion with, and yet they dropped it, and then somebody else go and they grabbed it, and of course they're going to use it to obtain a dominion over the planet Earth. These guys are imposters, and they weren't created to be the true inheritors, man. So the whole planet Earth, after they picked up that tool, they've destroyed it, man. But now it's coming back unto the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Those who through the Spirit have been washed and cleaned, repented, and are going to reach that point of immortality, man. That royal priesthood once again. And through that, the rule of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai established on the planet Earth, and all manner of life made to flourish, man. You see, peace is gonna come back. As you're gonna see in these videos, we're not in peace today, man. Got this COVID-19 running around killing all kind of people. Sodomites all over. See, 2 + 2 = 4, man. It's just that easy. Go ahead, Huck.
Continuing going on verse 73 out of Luke 1. The oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant us unto us, that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear.
Yep, might serve him without fear. And you're going to see, hey, those people in Israel are in fear, man. Over here getting bombs dropped on them and what have you. You see? Just as the Egyptian president said, these people will not see peace because they are imposters. Go ahead, Huck.
It says, verse 75, and holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life.
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, all the days of the life of the nation of Israel, which is going to be everlasting. All right, pursuing. Let me go ahead and grab another precept real quick out of the book of Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18, and it reads, "But the saints of the Most High shall take and possess the kingdom." Salakia. "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." So you see, there's going to be a war to end all wars, and that's what Yahushua is coming to be part of, man. All right. And it's gonna the war to end all wars. There's gonna be no more wars after which, because guess what? No one's gonna oppose the nation of Israel, man. You see, after they see Esau get taken down in this beast system that the whole planet has never. You look at Esau and his whole beast system, all right, going all the way since the time of the Renaissance, in which he begot it, and Christopher Columbus came and colonized the Americas, and they obtained the entire planet, man. He and the nation of Esau. You see, you look at them and it doesn't look like they would fall. Even in ancient times back then, it looked like they wouldn't fall. But they are going to fall through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. And no other nation is gonna get up and try to wage war against the nation of Israel, man. All right.
I got a quick precept real quick, if I may. This is Ezekiel 12 and 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is from many days to come, or for many days to come. And he prophesieth of the times that are far off. Therefore I saith unto them, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I speak, or Slakia, the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So these words, like it mentions in Second Ezra, these words are faithful and true, man. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of brothers get onto a heavy topic is prophecy, man. Out of all the imaginations and all the fables that they have out there, all these religions, man, it doesn't compare to this, because this truth, this knowledge holds wisdom, man. Holds wisdom and prophecy.
Nope, declaring the end from the beginning, as it says, man. You see, it shows you all the different rulerships, and all these different prophets were prophesying against these different governments that were in power, man. You see in the Daniel and John the Revelator, you see through the Spirit, they were able to put them all together and show you all these different rules that would bear rule, all of these different beast systems, these different beast governments, and the very last one being Esau Edom. You see, and how he would be the one that we would have the great victory over, man. And you see the condition of the planet Earth and whose hands it's in, and how he's oppressed all people, man. All manner of life is crying out for salvation as these wicked elites sit on the top as their pockets get fatter, and they put us in this continual cycle of debt, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is coming to break the wagon, man. Break the wheel. You see? Break the circuit of this oppression in the planet Earth and establish a theocracy, man. Look up that word theocracy. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play these couple videos real quick, man. You're just going to see, an example of the condition of the nation of Israel today, man. Or the imposters within Israel today. And again, they may take this video down, man, but I'm gonna put the the links to the in the description box of this video that I'm gonna upload here, and you could find the links to these different channels and their videos that we're going ahead and feeding off of, but this ain't for no financial or personal gain of any sort, except for maybe spiritually. This ain't for to fill our pockets in any way, man. Just to prove a point, and that's it, man. Nothing more. All right.
To more depressing matters, unfortunately, Israeli police and security services are opening a new investigation into an alleged Israeli stone-throwing attack that sent an 11-year-old Palestinian girl to hospital with injuries to her face. The victim's uncle explaining that the young girl was playing alone outside her house when a group of settlers, apparently from the nearby settlement of Yitzchal, came and threw stones towards her and their houses. Rights group like Yesh Din adding that at least 41 settler attacks against Palestinians have reportedly taken place in the last few weeks, particularly in the wake of the death of 16-year-old Ahuvia Sandak, who was killed in a car crash as he and several other suspects were trying to escape from Israeli police custody.
Look, man, these are the so-called Israelites, okay? The Jewish, the hyphenate ish, meaning to be like, because they ain't the true Jews. All right, and they're over here attacking, different people that they say shouldn't be in that land. You see, that ain't going to be happening, man. All these nations, as we've been reading, as we're going to continue to read here according to the prophecies, are going to be in subjection to the nation of Israel and not even think twice to try to touch them, man. All right, the condition of the planet Earth and the nation of Israel and how it's going to be, you see. They ain't ever going to think twice, man, to try to touch him, man. But you see the cahoots going on within Israel. It just don't fit prophecy, man. Let's go ahead and keep playing.
But whatever the case, whether from Palestinians or even nationalist Jews, ILTV condemns wholeheartedly any violence of this kind and applauds Israeli police for their efforts to blindly pursue justice.
Let me go ahead and play the other one here, man.
Forum TV7 that all of the targeted communities early this morning, drawing Israeli. Palestinian Islamists fired 2 rockets from the Hamas-controlled Gaza Strip toward Israel's southern communities early this morning, drawing Israeli retaliatory bombardments against military installations. Approximately 30 minutes after 4 a.m., 2 rockets were launched from the northern Gaza Strip toward the Israeli coastline near the city of Ashdod. The military's aerial defense system locked onto the incoming projectile's trajectory. Nevertheless, it did not identify an immediate threat to populated areas. Therefore, rocket alert sirens were not activated. Consequently, some 2 hours after the reported rocket attack, IDF fighter jets struck military targets throughout the Palestinian enclave, including a site utilized for subterranean operations. The IDF spokesperson's unit informed TV7 that.
So it's good on that, man. But you see the kind of cahoots and things that are going in. Look, they're over there shooting rockets toward Ashdod, and what? Let's see what the scriptures say about Ashdod, man. Brother, go ahead and grab Zechariah 9 and 6 real quick. Yep. Baba Kasha. Or actually, I'll just grab it real quick, brother. This is Zechariah 9 and 6. It says, "And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines." So look, there's going to be a bastard of different people dwelling in Ashdod, man. As you go into Lamentations, the 4th chapter, the 5th chapter, he talks about what, man? An alien dwelling in those lands, man. You see? The book of Luke, the 24th chapter, it talks about what, man? The Israel shall be trodden down by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You go to Revelation 2 and 9, it says that I know the blasphemy of those that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, man. And you go into 3 and 9, what does it tell you? That they're going to bow the knee unto the true 12 tribes of Israel, man. So the planet Earth is in this condition, and ultimately their governmental beast system is decaying and being ready to die, man, in order to establish our rule, man. All right. Well, that's it on these. Like I said, I'll put the links to these videos in the description box. And we'll go ahead and get back into some prophecies, man, and try not to make this too long, because you could spend all day going into the prophecies and how they just don't fit those people within Israel today. But let's go ahead and hit Isaiah 11 real quick. Salakia, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, speaking of the condition of the planet Earth after Yahushua returns it into the hands of the nation of Israel, man. All right, we'll go ahead and start at, do you want to read, brother?
Con, I actually got a precept.
Con, what do you got?
Okay with that. This is out of 2nd Ezra.
Con.
11 and 35. I beheld, lo, the head upon the right side devoured it, that was upon the left side. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, look before thee and consider the things that thou seest. Like the brother was getting into the beginning of this lesson, consider the things that are, question the things that are around you, if you, do that, you a seeker of the truth. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, look before thee and consider the things that thou seest. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. I saw that he sent out man's voice unto the eagle and said, hear thou, I will take with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, are not thou in the remnant of the 4 beasts whom I made reign in my world, that the end of their time might come through them? And the four came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compassed of the earth with much wicked oppressions. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth hath thou not judged with truth.
That's good. That's good on that, brother. Wait, go ahead.
But who fits that description, huh? Who's on high right now?
Yep, that's right, man. So Esau's received the planet Earth, been given in the hand of the wicked, and he's oppressed all people, man. Not even just the Israelites, but all people. As you saw in the video, man. These different people, they're over there throwing rocks and what have you at. You see? Yahushua said, wait for me, for I will rise upon the prey, man. So we're waiting for our king to come back and to tear these Edomites down, man, pursuing the Revelation 13 and 9 and 10. What did it say? Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, man. So all this land that Esau has received, the fatness of the earth through the sword, according to his blessing in Genesis, the 25th chapter, all right, he's going to be recompensed for all that, man. He's going to pay for it doublefold, you see? And that's what keeps us patient and faithful, knowing that our king is coming to restore power unto us and put those that belong under our feet under our goddamn feet, man. All right? In their proper place. All right? Isaiah 11.
11?
Yeah, 11, and we could read verse 1. Just to show, it's talking about the same thing that we read out of Luke, the 1st chapter, and, the 67th verse going on down. Go ahead, Ak.
This is Isaiah 11:1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his root.
You see a rod out of the stem, with a rod showing rulership, and it would come out of the stem of Jesse, who was the forefather of Yahushua, the father of King David. You see, so through that line, through that seed line, Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, would be brought forth. So again, this is why they knew that there was going to be this great Messiah that was going to come and restore, peace to the planet, man. Go ahead, brother, and just jump down to verse 6. This is going to be the condition of the planet Earth when Yahweh Shai comes back the second time to restore the planet Earth into the hands of the nation of Israel, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is verse 6 out of Isaiah 11. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf of the young lion, and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
Do you see this happening within the planet Earth? No, you do not. If any of these creatures mix together, one is going to be eaten. You see, it's describing peace on the planet Earth, man. And what we just showed in those videos was the complete lack thereof, man. All right, peace is not established in the planet Earth because the Earth is still in the hands of the wicked. That's why when you go into the book of Revelation and the New Testimony, it talks about hell being cast into hell, man. No more blood being shed, no more tears being dropped. You see, the condition of the nation of Israel is going to be beyond that which you could ever imagine, man. All right, go ahead, brother. Verse 7.
Verse 7. And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
Look at that, man. Peace on earth. Peace on earth, man. Go ahead and jump down to verse 11, just so we can hit these main points.
Verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, shall set his hand again the second time. The first time being what?
You're right, brother. First time being in the land of Egypt, man. You see, the first time being that first Exodus, he sent his hand to recover the remnant of his people, and now he's going to do it a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from where? Go ahead, Ak.
To recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
And this is that 1/3 that we said, man, who are able to receive the glorious light of this gospel, man. You see, there's going to be brothers within Assyria. There's going to be part of the elect within Egypt as the brother's about to go on. Go ahead, bro.
And from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush.
Yep, so-called Ethiopia. Go ahead.
And from Elam.
Yep, so-called East India. Keep going, brother.
And from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the isles of the sea.
See, from all four corners of the earth, man. Because the scriptures tell you, the prophecies tell you that Israel would be scattered into all nations, and they would lose their heritage, and their heritage would be given into the hands of the wicked, man. You see, he's taken us, he's oppressed our heritage, he's taken everything that we have. You see, and now this wicked base of man who's in rulership, really his only natural heritage is thievery and bloodshed, man. Everything that he has, he's taken from us, man. You see? So we ain't just going to consist here in the Americas, but we're going to be across the four corners of the planet Earth, man. And we're going to be able to receive this glorious light of this gospel and come out of the ways of the heathen around us, man. You see? And ultimately, your seed line goes back to the 12 tribes of Israel. But this is the spirit. If the spirit is working with you and you're able to return in this manner, then you are an Israelite, point blank, period. There's not a thing that somebody could show me that makes me think any different, man. You see? Go ahead, brother. You see, but the original 12 tribes would consist of the originator of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, who've been scattered into all nations. You see, but mainly wounding up, within the Americas here, man. But within all nations, because we've been sold into slavery, we've been sold into all these different nations, all right, throughout the four corners of the earth. And even before that, there was war and there was conquerings, and you had the Dark Ages, and we've spread throughout all the earth, man. All right, but go ahead, Ak.
I'll just get a quick precept on mine real quick. Just back up what we're just getting on. This is out of Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
So the nation of Israel would be led into Egypt, which it wasn't physically Egypt because they didn't need to be led in there by ships. All right, but that word Egypt going into a house of bondage. That's when you go into Revelation, the 11th chapter, it talks about a place that is spiritually as Egypt, a place that is spiritually as Sodom, a place that's also called several times throughout the scripture spiritually Rome, man. You see? Though it's not physically these places, it comes in the same likeness of them, man. The daughter of Babylon, not actual Babylon, but the daughter. You see? Go ahead.
It says, with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee.
Who's been led into slavery with ships, man? Go ahead, brother.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So we wouldn't come back into that holy land, man. We wouldn't be returned until when? Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
If you're going to be sold, how would no man buy you? You see, that word buy means save or redeem. Nobody's going to save or redeem you. That's why Martin Luther King didn't do a damn thing for you people. That's why Nat Turner wasn't able to overcome. That's why Che Guevara wasn't able to come. Emiliano Zapata, hey, they might have put out some good quotes. You know, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. But guess what? It's either one or the other, man. The only way we are going to live on our feet is through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man.
What does that scripture say? He's the first and he will be the last.
Mm-hmm.
Forever and forever.
The one true revolutionary that will overcome, man. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. The one true freedom fighter, man. Libertarian, you see? But go ahead, brother.
Verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah.
So if those people were in Israel today, how come they're only claiming to be about 3 of the tribes? It says all of the tribes will be brought out, man. You see, and what else are they going to do? And go ahead, brother, keep going.
From the 4 corners of the earth. And they envy also the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
If the adversaries of Judah are cut off, then why are they in cahoots within Israel today? Go ahead, brother.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So it's talking about the whole 12 tribes coming together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Go ahead, brother.
But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the
Philistines.
Sorry, Slakia.
It's all good.
Toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand on Edom and Moab.
You see, Edom and Moab. So just as the planet Earth's been given into the hand of the wicked, it's going to be restored into the hand of the righteous. Go ahead, Ak.
And the sons of Ammon shall obey them.
You're not seeing no obedience to those people, man. That's why you're seeing an all-out war and chaos going on out there, man. That's good on that, brother. Let's go ahead and jump. Where was that we were reading out of? Oh, Micah 4. Let's go ahead and get into some Micah 4, and then maybe we'll get into some one more. We'll find one more of the prophecies, and we'll just go ahead and close after that. And Lord willing, like I said, man, Lord willing, this be edifying unto you elect whithersoever you be, man. All right? If you're able to receive this glorious light of this gospel, man, hey, you're an Israelite, man. You don't need to go, try to show us your genealogy and this. It was told to Jeremiah he would lose his heritage. You think somebody could go and his descendant that lost his heritage and was given into the hand of the heathen could show you his genealogy and say, oh, look, Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah way up here. Nope. No, man, that ain't how it works. You're going to go in there and just find you're a complete mutt because you've been tossed, turned, and put into the hand of all these different nations, man. You see? But the elect, you see, their seed line does go back to the nation of Israel. And the way that that's proved is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Not by no carnal means. Go ahead, Ak.
Going on, it says, I think we lined it up on 3.
Yeah, we could hit 1, Micah 4 and 1.
4 and 1?
Yeah, we read 3 earlier, but we'll read back through it.
This is Micah 4 and 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Most High shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be
in the government. The government of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be established at the very top of all these governments, man. Go ahead, Ak.
And it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow onto it.
And what are they going to do when they flow onto it? Go over there and throw rocks at people? Let's go ahead and see. Verse 2.
And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Most High. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Look at that, man. All the heathen, they're going to be taught to follow after our rule, man. They're taught to follow after the customs of Esau. That's why you got damn sodomites throughout the whole world. But they're going to be taught our rule, man. They're going to be taught how to behave underneath us, man. Not underneath the self-proclaimed filthy white man. You see, the Caucasoid. That nation that would receive the planet Earth, establish his beast government system, and oppress the entire planet. You see? And you see this not happening today. They ain't teaching you the ways of life. They ain't teaching you the laws of the Most High, man. They're throwing rocks at you for coming around them, man. Go ahead, Ak. And then they're over here, and you saw how he said too in the news. Oh yeah, we condemn any acts of violence, man. There is so much racism within that land. If you have dark skin, man, they ain't for you, man. They ain't for you. If you have dark skin, you ain't of that level, man. You see? So you're gonna get oppressed. You're gonna get beat down, because the oppressor is still in rulership, and he will not be removed until our king comes and removes him, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is going on. It says, and to the house of the Most High, power of Israel, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Most High from Jerusalem.
Nope. And the same thing spoken of in Zechariah, the 13th chapter, man. You see, it's funny because what do they teach us within that plantation Christianity, man? That if you ain't a devout Christian, then you're going to be thrown into the lake of fire for all of eternity. Well, then what is this saying? That they're going to be made to follow us, man? When after Yahushua comes and establishes the nation of Israel, we're going to beat the planet Earth into subjection, pursuing to Revelation 2 and 25 on down, man. You see, the earth is going to be given into the hand of Yahushua and the elect, those joint heirs with him, and they're going to beat the heathen into subjection, man. You see, the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua made to flourish on the planet Earth, and after it's all said and done, guess what? Peace will flourish, man. You see? So it just doesn't fit any of these prophecies that they told us, man. You see, the scriptures speak for themselves, man. As it is written, there's no private interpretation with the prophecies, because they continuously say the same thing. All these different prophets have we gotten out of Isaiah, out of Micah. I quoted Zechariah. We could go to Tobit. We could go to Revelation. You see, the list just goes on and on, man. Go ahead, Ak. Hebrews, Jeremiah. We got one in Luke. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I'll get this precept. Don't mind real quick.
Go on.
It's Joel 3:16. The Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens of the earth shall shake. But the Most High will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the sons of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Most High, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain.
His holy government, man. His theocracy that's getting ready to be established, man. Our hope, the hope of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Then shall Jerusalem be holy. Separating yourselves from the way of what you were taught in this damn Esau's kingdom, man.
Go on.
Going on, it says, and there shall no stranger pass through her anymore.
No stranger be passing through her, man. The way they are. But guess what? Anybody could go in there and pass through and throw some rocks at Esau today. Go ahead, Ak.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine.
Yep, new wisdom, man. Because guess what? The whole world's been blinded by the wine of Esau Edom. That's why it says men will stumble at drunkenness, but not of wine. Well, they've been made drunk by the filth of Esau Edom, man. And the elect, we've been quickened by the light of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, able to see in this place of darkness, man. Go ahead, Ak.
And the hills shall flow with milk, and the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and fountains shall come forth of the house of the Most High, and shall water the valley of Shittim.
Yep, life being restored on the planet Earth, man. You see? That's what we're coming into, man.
Come back to
Verse 2.
verse
4 and 2. Were you on 3?
Yeah. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off.
What did I say? We're going to be restored into a place of being a judge, being the judges of the earth. Pursuing to 1 Corinthians 2 and 15. You see? We're gonna be, and guess what? Like I said earlier, man, when you go into the book of Hebrews, the 8th chapter and the 10th verse on down, what does it tell you, man? The laws and the covenants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You see, Jeremiah 31 and 31 are going to be written within your heart, man, within your mind. You see, so you're going to be able to judge without your flesh to stain your judgment, man. You see, judging purely and immortally through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Go ahead, Ak.
Going on, it says, rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Yep, war will be no longer learned, because guess what? There will be no more war, man. You're seeing all these war in cahoots with these people who have been restored, who obviously aren't the true Israelites. Otherwise, there would be no more war. How hard is it for you to get, man? And the reason is you're just tied to your emotions and opinions, man. Oh, that don't sound right. Oh, God so loved the world. Hey, he loved the world of Israel, man. And ultimately, he's returning it into the hands of Israel to restore life unto the entire world, man. You see, so you just the things are taken out of context. When you read these prophecies, it makes the entire gospel clear as day, man. Go ahead, Ak.
This is going on. It says, nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
So it just doesn't fit the characteristics to what you see today. Go ahead, Ak.
But they shall sit every man under his vine, and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Most High of hosts has spoken it.
Nope. But hey, you go to Israel today, you better be afraid, man. Go ahead, Ak.
For all people will walk every one in the name of his power, and we will walk in the name of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, our power forever and ever.
What did they say? Daniel 7 and 18. The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, man. So, hey, the righteousness is going to be restored forever, man. The war to end all wars, as I said earlier, through the Spirit, man. Go ahead, Ak.
And I will make her that halted?
Con.
And a remnant, and her that was cast far off.
Yo, being the nation of Israel, man. Being over here cut down, beat to shit, not nothing. Fighting these wars for these nations, building up their economies, building up their systems, living and dying in debt. We're gonna be made what, man? We're gonna come back into life, man. Go ahead, bro. We made a strong nation. You see, when you read that brother read earlier, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, you can start at Deuteronomy 28 and 1, and it's gonna tell you all these same blessings, man. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, and her that was cast far off, a strong nation, and the Most High shall reign over them in Mount Zion, for from henceforth evermore. I mean, even forever.
Con. That's good, brother. Let's go ahead and jump to Isaiah 61. Or it's like Isaiah 60 and 1.
61. This is Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come.
The light has come with who? Yahweh Shai, man. That wisdom restored into the planet Earth, and the elect are rising up and proclaiming who they are, man. Go ahead, Ak.
And the glory of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, is risen upon thee.
Go ahead.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
The darkness shall cover the earth, man. The earth has been given in the hand of the wicked, and he's covered the whole planet with darkness and deception.
Oh.
I used to marvel and wonder at the fact that, because, I grew up learning, Christian doctrine and what have you. And it wasn't until I started reading that I started finding just contradiction after contradiction after contradiction, man. But I remember, one particular person within my family, he's like, oh, yeah, you're going to have the spiritual demon Satan is going to stand up and cause the whole world to be deceived and follow after him. And I'm like, how the fuck, who in the right mind is going to get up and worship the spiritual demon Satan? You know what I mean? Even as a young child, I was questioning this, man. But it's been given into the whole hand of a governing body, man. The governing body has set themselves up to be this untouched, pure, and innocent people. But when you look at their history and their track record, they're the complete opposite of that. They've deceived you people, man. They've deceived the whole world. And here it is now, prophecies unfolding, and you're finding out who it is that's giving you the mark of the beast. It ain't no spiritual demon Satan. It's the goddamn decrepit white man and his government. So prophecy speaks for itself, man. Go ahead, Ak.
What's going on? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Y'all, all these people walking blind, man. Living in darkness, institutionalized and brainwashed. But now we're being washed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, learning that old man that you once were, his opinions and emotions was washed away, man. Now we're thinking according to the mind frame of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see a sodomite, you get offended. Back in the day, you say, oh, I don't care, more for me. You see, now you know and understand, man, the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are going to be established, and they're going to be established through us, man. You see? 1/3 of us have a different spirit, man. We ain't okay with just being over here and being blind, man. We ain't okay just living as this God with these Egyptians and calling it cool and letting Esau destroy our inheritance, man. Look at these animals, man. Look at these animals. These are our inheritance. We ain't okay with it, man. Go ahead, Ak.
That's why, roughly paraphrasing this, that one chapter, our heritage is onto us like a speckled bird.
Con.
Roughly paraphrasing.
Yep. Yeah, we've all been fucked up, man. Mixed among the heathen, made to think like the heathen. Probably got tattoos that say, pride from, Turkish pride, American pride. But now we come into a whole new light, So, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong. I mean, we all had that past which we're ashamed of now.
But like brother mentioned earlier, was washing, man. And how do you wash yourself is roughly paraphrasing. I don't know the scripture off the top of my head, but it's the washing of these words, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you washing off? The filth of this place, man. That you're atop, man. That's whether if it was given to you to wash through these words, man.
And this is Ephesians 5:26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it by the washing of water, by the word.
Yep. And you're starting to see that too. Brothers on the highways and byways prophesying, man. Overflowing the streets. That's what brothers say.
Mm-hmm.
Overflowing the streets. You might ask yourself, overflowing the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, washing this place, man.
Yep.
Preparing that highway for the Most High's return.
Yep. Now, let me grab this real quick. Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and a Mashiach shall give thee light. Verse 16. Redeeming the time, because the days thereof are evil. Just like the brother was just saying, man. Hey, so we're being quickened through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and getting out of this place of great darkness. And let's go ahead and continue so you can see the condition in which the planet Earth will be in through it, and how, again, those who are within Israel are complete imposters and have been put there by the hand of this deceitful beast system. Go ahead, Ak.
This is going on. It says, and gross darkness the people. For the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Hey, so it goes into Ezekiel 47, man. All these nations are going to know and understand that we are the people of the Lord, man. And why we've been led into these conditions, man. We ain't just a bunch of spicks and niggas and Uncle Tontos, man.
Oh.
We are the inheritors of the planet Earth, man. We are an immortal priesthood in which 1/3 of us are going to return unto that point. Go ahead, brother.
This is going on. It says on verse 3, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising.
Yep, the Gentiles to our light and kings to the brightness of our rising. Guess what? The heathen, as we saw earlier, they're going to flow unto it, man. They're going to be beat into subjection and made to follow us, man. Just like they followed Esau, or the whole planet Earth all fucked up because they've broken they followed the ways of the base of man. But the whole planet Earth is going to flourish underneath us, man. You ain't going to have no unclean meats being consumed, and you're going to have the natural filtration system in the ocean again, man. These bottom feeders, the shrimp, crab, and lobster, created to filter the ocean. But guess what? Now you go to the store and they got all them bottom feeders dead and being sold for food. Then you wonder why you're getting gout and all kind of different diseases, man. Because the scripture said not to be doing that. The whole planet Earth is all messed up, disease flourishing, pollution's flourishing, because it's been given into the hand of the wicked. Go ahead, Hawk.
This is going on in verse 4. Lift up thine eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side.
Hey, so all of our sons are going to be returned, man. You see, let me go ahead and grab a quick precept, brother. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. You see, so Esau has put all this unrighteous decrees and things throughout the earth and caused the whole world to be underneath their deception, man. All right, but the light has returned, and guess who else is returning? Our people. Or as we read in verse 4, let's go ahead and continue. Verse 5.
Verse 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be...
Yep, the abundance of the sea, from sea to shining sea, shall be what?
Converted unto thee.
They're going to be given into our hands, man. Go ahead, brother.
The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee.
Yep, the wealth. That word forces into the Hebrew means wealth, man. The wealth of the Gentiles is going to be given unto us, man. They're going to be giving us their goods, man. Being made tributaries unto us, you see? Because guess what? They're going to be rejoicing at the condition of the planet Earth, at the condition of them. At the condition of the Moabite is going to be far beyond the condition of the Moabite here today, man. When I say Moabite, if you don't know, I'm talking about the so-called Chinese. And this goes for all nations, man. So, hey, you know, really, there ain't nothing to be offended at, man. If your mama is a Moabite or whatever the case may be, even if she's an Edomite, hey, Esau has got to be made extinct. That's the best thing for him, is to just be extinct, man. Because then the whole earth could flourish, man. You see? And then even the Moabites could flourish. Even the Ammonites can flourish. But all in order underneath the elect, well, I'll say the governing body, all right, the house of Israel, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
I can't find it, but going on, it says, verse 6, the multitude of the camels, Slakia, shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephah. All they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Con, and that's good on that, brother. You know, but hey, they're all going to be made to follow us, man. No longer they can be celebrating Christmas, but they're going to be celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles, man. You see, and that tells you that in the book of Zechariah, the 14th chapter, man, the 13th chapter. You see, This is what's coming to our people, man.
That's right, man. Like brother was getting on, like we were getting, like the scriptures get on, man. That peace, man. That peace on earth, man, and getting into, you know, should be a joyful thing, man. I still even know that these other nations have partake in this, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's go ahead and grab one more precept, brother. This is Revelation 2 and 25, and you can read that whole chapter of chapter 60, and you know it just describes, you know, the likeness of the planet Earth and our rulership, and how it just doesn't match those who are in Israel today, man. Point blank, period. Verse this is Revelation 2 and 25. But that which ye have, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power of the nations. So again, what does Christianity teach you? Oh, you've been saved. You've accepted Jesus Christ in your heart. You've been saved. It says you have to endure unto the end, and then you could be saved, man. You see? Again, because what, man? You got to come into repentance. You got to cast off that old man. Learn to you know, try to establish the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to the best of your ability. As the book of Romans says, we establish the law of our power. You see? But what does a Christian church tell you? You walk in there a decent human being, and you walk out being an even worse person, because now you've been given license to sin and be wicked. You see? Told you that you were already saved because you walked in there. Man, you got to endure into the end. You got to be a better person, man, in which you're going to reach the fullness of immortality if you endure unto the end, as we're going to read. Let's see, verse 26. Let's like verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end. His works, what are his works? Just accepting Jesus Christ? No, man.
Works in this truth.
You got to accept Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, be washed within this truth, and continue in these works, man. Your faith is proved by your works. Part of that work is going to camp, doing the videos, doing everything you can to hasten the coming of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man.
It describes it being you like a watchman.
Yep.
This was given to you. So what are you gonna do, man? Hey, man, you better start shouting to everybody, letting them know, hey.
Yep.
And Most High's coming back, and if you ain't with it, man, hey, kiss your ass goodbye.
Yep. What does Isaiah 62 and 6 say? That he set up watchmen who will never hold their peace day nor night, man.
Come on.
So they're gonna continue to be glorifying Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua until his coming, man. And this is what their reward is gonna be. To him will I give power over the nations. Verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, because they've been built up underneath Esau, Edom. We're going to break them down and build them up the proper way, man. Even as I received my father. So Yahushua received this blessing from his father, and it's been given unto the elect, those joint heirs with Yahushua, man. All right, this is what we have coming. This is the prophecy of these scriptures, man. This is the gospel. This is the good news, man. This is the complete context of the Holy Bible. Do you have anything else, brother? If not, I'm going to close up.
No.
Well, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying, man. We want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory once more unto Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushua, B'Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles, and peace, love, blessing, salutations unto the elect whithersoever ye be. Shalom.
Shalom.